guys, welcome back. Today I have a spring makeup tutorial for you guys. This is a smoky metallic pink makeup tutorial, and I really am in love with the way this makeup look came out, so I hope you guys enjoy it. First, I'm going to start off with priming my eyelids with MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and then I'm going to take Sahara Sleek Blush and use that as my transition color. I really like using warm colors as my transition color. As you guys probably already know, I always use orange. So this blush has a hint of orange, which is perfect and what I am looking for. Next, I'm going to go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow in the shade Hot Chocolate. And I'm just going to blend that right in the crease up towards that transition color. It's not going to go over it, but it's just going to blend up towards it just so it can blend seamlessly and have a nice gradient from that warm color to the chocolate color. And then I'm just going to take my a brush and just blend those two colors together and make sure they blend really nicely. And I actually go over this a few times to diffuse and then add color back with that hot chocolate color just so it can get to the desired smokiness that I'm looking for. Now I'm going to take this shade. This is also a Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow. I can't remember the name, but it will be listed below. I don't too much like a bright brow highlight, so I'm just going to use this color. It has a nice taupey color, so I'm just going to use that underneath my brows and then just blend it with my transition color. So I got a little messy as I was blending those colors in the crease, so I'm just going to reapply my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And then I'm going to take Glisten and Metallic Plum, blend those two together and pat those all over the eyelid. And the way that I'm patting it on the eyelid, it looks almost like I'm trying to do a cut crease, but it's not really a cut crease. It's going to kind of look like a soft one, I guess you could say, but that's the way that I'm patting it on. So I'm going to take Pink Champagne with my finger and just pat that right in the center of the eyelid. This is really going to give the eye an extra oomph. And it's just going to give it a little something extra and make it look really nice and just pretty. For my lashes, I'm going to use my all-time favorite Coco lashes in the style Goddess. For my face, I'm going to use my primer by LA Girl. And then I'm going to use my favorite drugstore foundation. This is my L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation in the shade C6. And I'm just going to buff that into my skin with a Real Techniques buffing brush. For under my eyes to conceal, I'm going to use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC45. And I'm going to use that under my eyes as well as those blemishes that you see right there. And I'm just going to press that into my skin with a damp beauty blender. So to highlight, I'm going to use the shade Cool Tan by LA Girl. I know that my face routine is extremely repetitive, but I know that some people like to see my face routine in every video, so that's why I always include it. But of course, if you don't want to see it and you already know the products that I use, then you can always skip ahead and just go straight to the rest of the eyes and the lips. But I'm just going to blend that Cool Tan color in with my beauty blender. To set under my eyes, I'm going to use my Maybelline translucent powder in the shade Medium, and I'm just going to press that under my eyes, my nose, my chin, my forehead, and I'm also going to hit my smile lines as well. I notice sometimes if I don't really apply a translucent powder there that it kind of creases, so I'm just going to apply that and then take a powder and just set the rest of my face and then dust away the excess product. For my face, I'm going to use Cinnamon and the Orange to bronze up my face, and then Espresso to contour. For my blush, I'm just going to use that same Sahara color and just dust that all over my cheeks. And then for my highlight, I'm going to use my Becca highlight in the shade Champagne Pop, and I'm just going to buff that on the high points of my face. Since this is a soft, kind of sultry spring makeup tutorial, I'm just going to use a metallic color in my waterline that kind of matches the eyeshadow. And then I'm going to use that same Sahara shade and very heavily smudge that under my lash line. And I'm going to drag it down a bit lower than what I usually would. And then I'm going to use Champagne Pop in the inner corners to highlight them and make me look more awake. And I'm going to apply a crap load of mascara to my lower lashes like I usually do. I'm going to line my lips with my favorite lip pencil that you guys see in almost every video when I do a nude lip. It is Jordana's Coco Loco lip liner. And then I'm going to use Ruffle Trim Lingerie Liquid Lipstick by NYX Cosmetics. And then in the center of that, I'm going to use Push Up Lingerie Liquid Lipstick, also by NYX Cosmetics. And I really love this combo for everyday wear as well. And this is the final look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Please subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And also please comment below if you have any suggestions on anything you would like to see next. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!